So I'll share my screen shortly. So, and yeah, that's it. So, yeah, for today, so likely today will be like more of a deeper dive, all right, into a lot of things we've been doing. So we apply the concepts, some of the concepts we've learned to building a mini real application. So meaning that, so you have to design, okay, let me talk about your assignment for the week. So of course, you know that you should be doing something to be promoted to the next level, all right? So the assignment for the week will be that you make, okay, a system that can allow different users to register. Yes, they should be able to register. Okay, they should be able to log in, and as well, they should be able to update their profile picture once they are logged in. All right. So I think yes, they should be able to only update their profile picture once. Okay, and that is just the whole test for the week. All right. So and I hope everybody got me. So for today, so basically what we'll be doing. So I think I did a login. So we talked about session. So I've told you we've talked about previously. Let me share my screen. So we just go through what we did last week. All right. So and then today we'll just do a deeper dive. Okay. So don't worry about that. But then yeah, just don't worry about that. So okay. Probably let me just share my screen. So we'll continue from there anyway. So share. Okay. Yeah. So basically, this is what we did last week. All right. So and now we will have to be applying a little bit of should I say the development standard. Okay. So meaning that we will not, meantime we will not be rendering pages like we did here. So we have to make it in a way that everything is organized. Okay. So we have to create things according to what they do. Okay. So we'll be abstracting a lot of things. All right. So the index doesn't do anything. Okay. It just shows whatever is there. Then the dashboard does something. Okay. It tries to check, okay, if a user, what was this thing? Okay, yeah, it tries to check if there is a user already logged in or something. Okay, if there is no user, it returns the user back. Okay, so we will be abstracting this, probably this whole thing. Okay, and that's what I expect to see, even if we don't get to fully abstract this, all right? But then I expect that you should abstract this, okay, make it much more look nicer. Maybe you can just, include one file, all right? So once you include one file, then automatically your stuff, your code gets fired from wherever it was, all right? So there should be an abstraction here, and maybe possibly here too. There should be another abstraction here, okay? All right. So then before this, so today we'll be talking about file management, and file management for today. So we'll be considering file upload, and of course file manipulations, for example JSON and so on. All right. So hold on. Okay, so sorry about that. All right, so today we'll be considering file uploads, like I said earlier, and then file manipulation. So how to manipulate, for example, JSON or whatever. But today we'll be uploading a file, for example, an image. Okay, then the next thing will be manipulating JSON file. Okay, so we'll have something like probably users a JSON file with maybe n numbers of entries. Okay, and then so what we will likely do is we now have to export or probably import that content and modify it using what's it called, using PHP. Okay, so basically today that's just basically what we are going to be doing. So for a start, all right, so I have talked about super global. So I've talked about super global previously, and we had talked about session, we've talked about post, we've talked about get, we've talked about requests, okay, and we've as well talked about server. All right, and I've talked about file, but not really but today we'll be working with files. All right, the file super globals, that should allow us to be able to get user uploaded content, okay, from the front end into the backend. All right, so then for last week, or for any questions so far, so before we begin the whole thing, All right. So is there any question?
For me, no questions for now.
Okay. What's up? Is there any question? So you said you were going to go through previous videos, and possibly if there's any question, though, you will be able to get to me. Is there any question? Hello, Bombasi. Okay. There's a message dropped. So just look through this and see what it is. Okay. So okay, great. So it says no questions for now. All right. So yeah. So we just go into the main thing. Okay. So I will just have, before we get down to the other steps, so I'll just have probably I'll just have something designed. Not really something. I'll just have maybe a dummy page where I just get my files and then I manipulate it from there. Okay. Hope you people can see my screen. Hold on. So while I check this thing. Hope you can see my screen. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Great. So hold on a bit. So I need to confirm from my other device as well. So I changed some few things. Okay, so great. Okay, so I think I should start off with the HTML. So we have an index page. Probably, maybe we'll just call it login. So I'll just create a new file and call it. Sorry, not login. So we'll call it upload. But maybe upload form. Yeah. So that should be the name. Upload form. Maybe .html. Who knows? Right. So this should look like something like this. Okay. So so yeah, this will look something like this. Or probably for the culture. Okay, so I just have this. And then I have right. So the next probably next should be maybe probably, but then so form post. Okay, so we'll call it okay. Some other person is joining. Okay, so we'll call it what? File upload. Upload.php. Okay, so which is yet to be created, and inside file upload. So we should be able to have probably maybe just inputs. Okay, input of type file. Input of type file. Okay, with the name of maybe photo. Okay. All right, and yeah, that's just all for now. So if you go down, So we have to put our server. So I think I need to, so I have to install some extension that should allow me I did try to install this the last time, so it was not successful. So let me try again. Okay, so great. It's installed now. And suppose JS, PHP, Python. And here's it. Oh, jeez, I think it's shocking. Sorry. Oh, so I'll just open the page and try this out. So see how it works anyway. Control Alt. It doesn't happen. I think it was even here, so there was no need for me to have used the other one. Okay, so great. Oh, sorry. Something just came into my head, but anyway, so we'll talk about it. I'm going to get down to some Sunday. Okay, so all right. Next is to like boot on my server, like we have always done. So call it localhost. Then port 8,000. Okay, so we're up and running. So mind you, if I visit this thing, so it should still work very fine. So it works very fine. Okay. So it should still work very fine. Okay. Okay. So we go to our browser now to see. To see how it works. So yeah. So on our browser, yeah, if you type this in, so hit localhost, and yeah, it was fine. Wow, 3,000 instead of 8,000. Remember, I will choose 8,000 and not 3,000. Okay, yeah, we have this up, and of course it's localhost. So if I have this guy, let's not go there anyway. But if I still have, what's it called? If I still have this, okay, so it should still work very fine. All right. So this is because each time IP whatever 127.0.0.1 is always pointing to localhost. Okay, so we change it back just for
Okay, so Mendy and everyone, just sorry, I think your trainer is having a bit of a technical issue. We'll get back to you guys soon. Please just stay on the call.
Sorry about that, guys. So I was interrupted by a call, so I need to attend to that. Okay. So I'll share my screen again. So yeah, okay. Yeah. So fine now. Okay. So we go on. So and I was in the browser. So all right. All right. So next we go to upload form on the browser. All right. So upload PHP. Okay. Yeah. So we have this. All right. And no file choosing. So yeah. So if I try to upload this guy, I don't know what this is. Oh, interesting. Oh, really interesting as well. Okay, so let me look for a tiny, instead of bloating my system with heavy. Yeah, this is from KodeCamp. Okay, this is fine. All right, so if I choose this, you can see now this thing is selected. But yeah, before I upload this thing, sorry, I forgot to add a submit button. So I'll go back to the code again and therefore add a submit button. So remember my terminal is here. So this is where my server is running, okay? And what did I call it again? So I need to close this guy out. And I need to come back here so we can, easily navigate files. And I did make a mistake here. So I'll talk about probably why I name things like this. But for now, let it just stay like this. So we'll talk about when we get down to that stage. So I'll talk about it, okay? All right. And what did I? Okay. So now it should be submit button. And button. Then we should have oops type. Okay. So yeah, you can see the target is not there. Okay. So all right. But in some cases, in some cases, it's always good for you to do this thing. Let me show you. It's always good for you to do things like this. Okay, this is just for security. This is somewhere, and nobody bothered to ask. I was listening patiently for somebody to ask, why did you put that in there? But nobody asked. No need. So that will still further add more complexity. So yeah, possibly I'm just trying to see how we can minimize a lot of things. Possibly when we get there. So maybe we can now do lots of things. Lots and lots of things. Okay. Yeah. So, well then, you can see that everything works fine. All right. So if I submit, so it shows me that whatever it's called is not found. Okay. In this case, it was the routes. Okay, which is the file upload.php is not found. Okay. So where is the stage 8 foot again? Yeah, so if I click this up, so you should see whatever it's called. Okay, so the next is for me to pick this in up and then start writing the upload. Okay. So I'm going to introduce something. All right. So probably we'll talk about it later. So session. Okay. So we'll talk about this. Probably, yeah, we'll talk about this maybe later on. Why you need this. Okay. So then first, and how to manage your files. So the first thing you do, is to use the super globals we are talking about earlier. Okay. So what you do is you get the file, and then so after you must have created your upload or whatever, you upload this thing. So you get, or most times people start with the file, so you can get the file, try to get the base name appended to the directory, append the name to suit the directory you are trying to upload. Okay, all right, or the file where you are trying to upload it. Okay, for example, maybe you want to upload it into, let's say, upload stroke, maybe public or private or whatever, then stroke the file name. All right. So in this case, you have to pick the directory that you are writing it to first. Then you use the name to concatenate with the directory part. So for example, this. So for example, and I should have maybe probably directory, all right, equals in this case maybe probably uploads, all right, or maybe I use this. Okay, uploads stroke All right, so upload to stroke. So this okay, so that is fine now. So then you pick your target file. So your target file in this case, I don't know, I cannot remember what we had used. Okay, what you had used before. Let me check on the code. So what you used, form upload. So okay, just use file. Oh, sorry, name photo. Then this is the photo, and the photo has this attribute. The photo has what is it called again? The photo has a name. All right. Remember, it has a name. All right. Every photo uploaded has a name. All right. So I'm going to dump. So I'll dump it. All right. So see what it is anyway. Okay. So on the next time I hit upload. So I read key off. What is that? Okay. So yeah, why that is happening? You need to add this thing. Enter. So what's it called? Encryption type. Okay, encryption type mostly in what's it called? Encryption type in mostly HTML. All right. So you have to specify the encryption type. So once the encryption type is specified, so what it does is it has to be specified that this thing is not just an ordinary form. So it comes with some form data, all right? Not some other part of data, okay, call them multi-part, all right? So it comes with a multimedia data, all right? So you just have to use a what's it called? Oh, the data. Okay, so this should work very fine now. Oh, sorry. So I have to come back here and then refresh. Okay, so I find the image again and continue. Okay, so you can see now. So automatically I'm able to get, all right, and what's it called? The name. But in some cases, you can see where I am having some weird thing right here. So where I'm having some spaces here, which is like, and I don't really like it. Okay, so you have to most times do additional manipulations to the file. All right. So in this case, I'll just go ahead to do some few other stuff to make it look unique. All right. And maybe add some random numbers. Maybe append some random numbers to it. All right. So in order not to clash with other other files that will be uploaded, probably with same name. Okay, so maybe just maybe. So we come here and so that should come to call something else. Okay. The first it should be so let's check what I replace us. Case sensitive. Question of oh. So let's just use replace. So so in this case, like I said, so search for every space, replace it to underscore, then on target there. So this is the directory we're targeting. Okay. All right. So we refresh again and see what that is. Okay, you see now, so it works very fine. So you replace all your underscore. So, but the next thing is, this thing still looks weird. Okay, so I'll just do some other checks or some other stuff. Okay. Is I think there is a string function. So so you should get a lowercase. There is a message. There is no audio. What was it? Can you hear me now? Hello.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, great. So continue. So PHP has a function. So I think is it str to lower, something like that. Okay, yeah, fine. Yeah, so it has a function that changes all uppercase, right? To okay, all right, okay, great. When you can hear me, so nice. So and this return all the uppercase we had previously to what is it called? To uppercase to lowercase. Okay, so I continue and I should have. All right, so this is fine. But in some ways, it's still not really that fine. All right, it's still that really not. It's still that's not fine to me. Okay, so I'll just do some other stuff here. Maybe just yeah. So rand. So probably from one to maybe 20. Just yeah, from 1 to 20. 1 to 20 would that be much? It's not going to be much. Okay. So concatenate it with underscore. All right, so this is fine. This should be all for now. Whoops. Hold on. So I need to sort this nice. Let me do this. Okay, all right, so with that. So I'll just generate some random numbers of probably, or yeah. So some different range. Is good between this and between this and 40. Is this 40? Yeah, I think yes, it's 40. So it's fine. So so continue, and then we have this. So hopefully this doesn't crash. So this is just a mini version. So you can probably do some more malas things anyway. Oh, sorry, not before this. Okay. So we have to move this guy here. So yeah, we have this up now. Okay. So the next thing is, most of the time, people often have to set something like this. Okay. Probably is. All right. So most of the people often have to have stuff like this. So the next thing we'll be doing is maybe probably do some more few other random checks. Okay. Few other random checks. Then once you're done with a few random checks, we can easily move the file to the target directory. Okay. So the few random check can be probably, maybe we try to, because we wouldn't want just any kind of thing to get to happen. All right. So maybe probably we only want it when the user clicks on the submit button. All right. Or maybe we can just probably check that image is not empty. So if it is empty, so we return the user back. All right. So probably maybe something like this. Okay. So this is on. We should have to do if. So if not, I said. Yeah. If not, I said, so this. So if not, I said files photo. So just get the fuck out. Return. So yeah, this is just, if not, I said, so just return the user back to wherever he was, he's coming from or something, okay? So in this case, I'll just, all right, so this is fine. So whoever that is referring you down here, so get the fuck out. So once there is no whatever it's called, okay? All right, so if you should get back to, where is this file upload, okay? Oh. So yeah. So there's a different way to handling this. So you can just probably put a value on your submit button. Okay. So let's pick something. Probably let's pick maybe let's pick this name. Okay. Photo. Like, okay, it's already here. All right, so we change the condition and yeah, everything should work very fine now. Oh, sorry. So I comment this out and so next. So we are redirected back, okay? Possibly I wanted to say something. So maybe, yeah, so this guy, so we should set something. Yeah, something. So yes, so we have this guy and set string underscore session, right? We had something like this. Okay, flash. So maybe add another key to the flash. All right, so this should be an error, can be maybe an array. Okay, possibly error. Validation. Maybe set of strings. Okay, probably set of strings. Yeah, validation. Yeah. Okay, validation. Then we should have something like and we should have something like this. So like yeah. Is required, but then maybe probably while probably when we start doing a lot of things, maybe we can talk about it later. But just for this, so it's just this like this, okay? Okay, and so upload. We just put something up here. Oh. So we just put something up here. Possibly a no thing under should be so P. So it's already becoming painful writing these things like this. Possibly, I'll just have to rush up. So we'll get to OOP, okay? So from OOP, everything, a lot of things will start making sense, okay? So session flash, okay? Flash, and what was it again? Error. So yeah, we changed the approach. So we did not use associative array here. Okay, well it is. It's associative in some ways. So session flash error and yeah. So session flash error and then validations. Okay. Oops. So this is long anyway. All right. So possibly, like I said, so just hurry up and yeah. Oh. So this was because initially we've already visited the other route, okay? And yeah, so it's been set already. So remember when we had this guy? So this is one of the problems that we are having already. So the only way session stop. Session abort, okay? So I should have to abort it, all right? So this should clear all session, all right? So if I type it again, I shouldn't see that guy again. Oh, is still there? Okay. I said validation. Okay. Okay, so probably I don't want to spend time here doing things. Okay, probably let me just put it at error. No, let's just be there. But then most of the time, this is what you do. So put it like this, and then try to pick the user up, right? See if the user had this is in place. Okay. How is somewhere? I don't know if should I put it there. I'm still thinking. And okay. So just for sake of practice, let's start. So you can see now, so it's disappeared. So, but if I click now, you see it's up now, and I find something again to fix that up and to fit the requirement. So our validation works. Okay. Our validations work very well. So if I go back again, you can no longer see it. All right. So that is it for now. So let's just go with that. Probably we should be able to review it. Maybe probably much more later on. Okay. Time is actually going. Oops. So then the next thing, like put it up. So make sure that the file, the value, files, the thing is always there. Okay. At all time. So if the thing is not there, so it just sets the error to file is required. Okay. So the next thing you should do after that is to check, is to proceed with the check. Okay. And you have to check that the image size, the actual image, that is there, okay, has has a size, okay, it has a size, okay, and once once it is a different type of image, all right, once it's a different type of file, for example, now, so once it's a different file, or once it's a different type of file, so we shouldn't be able to allow the user to also proceed. Maybe probably do something like, I'm not going to do only a few checks, and I'll leave the rest to you, okay? If So I think I should just put this under. Okay, so let me try to So yeah, it's false. So you can see, all right, so it's an image. So yeah, it's passed. All right, so let's try another file type, okay? Probably the C. CSV. Okay, so file must be an image. All right, so yeah, fine. And so next is you upload an image file. I think this should be the maximum check for now. So the next thing again, you have to check. What I doubt if that will always happen is to check if because of, but sometimes you don't always have to trust user, okay, in many cases, but sometimes you just do have to just put it, okay, and it's you just have to, okay, and in some cases, or you just have to put it, okay. So is to put a what's it called? Is to put a kind of check, right? So if the file exists, okay. So and I'm just going to do another e-check, all right, and if sorry, let me just copy this. Oh, not this, sorry. So it exists there. So you can refactor this into making it much more beautiful. So you can look at it maybe later once you're done. So I'll just do this search check and I'll assume everything is okay. Okay. A file exists. Of course. So then the last part, I'll just hurry up and then finish the whole thing so we can now, just move smoothly. Okay. So just in case maybe something didn't happen, and something happened. Okay. So and I'm thinking about some things. Okay, I'm thinking about some things. Okay. Then another thing you should have to easily do is for you to, allow some certain type of meme type. So meme type is known as your file type. Okay, for example, the CSV dot. Let me show you. For example, so the CSV dot whatever dot png or instant. So for example, okay, so you see the name of this file is .csv. Then the name of this one is .jp. JPG. All right, and they have PDF and so on and so forth. Okay, so in case you want to just allow only selected types of meme, you can do that. All right. So I'm not just so you can figure it out how to do it. All right. So the next part is I'll just assume, okay, I'll do something. So let me just, because, all right, anything can just happen. So many of the times, anything can happen. All right. So although this is still going to return, but sometimes anything can always happen. All right. So, but in this case, I'll just say, not like it's near. Okay, if I, okay, so you can do many conditions and just return all of them. Okay, probably we use them later. We use them later. Probably we use them later. And should I do it like an assignment? I'm thinking, okay. If file is okay. So you should be able to move uploaded files. Then you are moving uploaded files. When you are moving the files, temporary name. Okay, already added there. So you move the temporary name. Okay, then the directory. Right? So this should work very fine. And next thing I should have. Okay, I'm going to remove this guy. Probably I should set back something, but or maybe just stay on the page. Okay. So I'll say or maybe just this. probably we'll talk about this anyway. So this is a plain text. So we'll talk about this in a very big scale. So once we get down there, for all of you who wants to learn Laravel, so these are some tiny hidden tips you have to pick up. Who are so eager to get to Laravel. So these are some tiny, so we have fields to no stream. Oh, whoops. So you know why this is failing already? So you know why this is failing, all right? So I'm going to make another folder called uploads. All right. So try again. So it's successful. So if I look at, so you can see this thing now. All right. So let me go to my system, and I'll probably show you how it looks like. Okay. Let me go to my system and probably show you how it looks like. So I'll come to this guy. And yeah, I had KodeCamp. See uploads, and you can see stage 8 here. Just review for you to see. So you can see stage 8. Let me move something else in there. So, okay, then for this, I wanted, let me check out something. Anyway, we'll come to that when it's this time. Maybe we'll just do something like this. So some time ago, I had this up, all right? So, oh, sorry, I need to encode, not decode. File here, all right? So, because previously we had only one file, so now we have two now. Okay. Can you all see my screen now? Like I'm in the page, the other page. Okay, so currently we have two. So all right, not one again as before. So let's go back and so let me find another PNG. So anyway, the reason I'm using, I don't want to bloat my system because later on I might forget to delete them. Okay. So I don't think I can find another what's it called? So I'll just use any image at all. So image of myself, and I put this thing. Must be type of string. Are you given? So this is mixed and mixed. Ah. Okay, so anyway, we'll talk about this on a very big thing. Okay, so we'll just talk about this. So, but that gets uploaded. So the next thing is to see how we can easily, but in this case, you can just maybe allow the user to stay there or maybe display the images to the user or something. All right. So, and yeah, you can just do that. And if you're wondering how to do that, should we do this? All right, so let's do this. We've not done object. Okay, so there's no need. So once we get there, so we'll do it. All right. So, but then, it's pretty simple. Anyway, any questions so far before then we move? So if you have any question, please you should raise your hand up, or you can unmute your mic and speak. Okay, Wendy. Wendy,
Yeah, okay. So because anyways, you said something in the assignment about so after this class we're having the assignment you mentioned, right?
Yes.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm there. I can hear you. I said yes.
Okay. So you mentioned something like having to make the image appear on the user's dashboard and also ensuring that the person doesn't get to what's the word, change the image again after uploading. Is there a way you can actually help us work that out?
It's an assignment.
Oh, it's an okay. All right, no problem. Thank you.
Yeah, Mandy, I'm here.
Okay, so we're using session to store whatever it is the person uploads, right?
Mhm. What do you say? If you're using session, you're not using session to store anything.
Okay, okay.
You're storing it into
A,
a JSON like.
AJ. Oh, okay, that's why you're teaching us this, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's see how it goes now.
It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. So what is this guy saying? What is expected? Whatever. I use Savio. Hmm. So maybe in future we should be able to have something, some other stuffs, okay? So yeah, we have our JSON now set up. Very fine. So yeah, we have this guy. That should try an error as usual. Oh, so we have this. It's very tiny. So I can append other things inside of here. All right, but then we will just go with this users. So see this as a database, right, with a table. So and we can have another table like maybe probably something like maybe jobs. Yeah, jobs. And moreover, we can have some. That even reminds me. Oh, nice one. So we should have something like jobs. So an array too. All right. So in this case, we should have so array of JSON. So we should have ID. Yeah, exactly. ID one. Then user ID of user ID of true. Okay, jobs maybe okay. Name. Programmer. Programmer, yeah, name programmer. And probably we should have another one. So we'll talk about it in maybe in future, but so something. So ID should be idea of two. You can add as many entry as you want, but for now we'll just stick to this. So name, we have email. We should have some other field. Email, okay. Password, yeah, very important. Password. Okay. Password. All right, all of them. Password. Maybe encrypted part, but then yours should be encrypted. Please encrypt your password. So I know why I'm putting this. But then I know why I'm putting this. All right, so this should just stay for now. So we will come to this later on. So the narrative here should change. Remember we used to have this guy. So now we will now have them to be from the JSON. All right, what is the time? Oh, we're almost rounding up. We should have them to be from the JSON. Okay, so we should have users. Okay, so I should be able to have users. Okay, equals and so user should be able to get me. I should be able to get what's it called? To get file content. All right, from the users. All right, and how to do that is to use a file get content. Okay, all right. So file get content should look like this. So the path. And yeah, just for some clarity 6. Remember, we started having folders, so I should have something like DB. Yeah. Okay. So you can see All right, so this is understandable now. I purposely put this up so I can read this out by yourself. Okay. So so the next thing I should do is to transform it to an actual a readable, what's it called? A readable sorry guys, a call came in again. So my phone might be ringing for you. So my phone will be ringing for a while. So I will try to see how I can limit that. Okay. So like I said, I have to make sure that I transform the JSON I have gotten into a readable file format. Okay. And do that. So, and to do that, it's simple. So to do that is simple. So yeah, I'll just, and I'll call them again, users, all right? So equals to JSON decode, all right? So I have to decode users. All right, and I'll have just pass this additional parameter here. So, so now each time you should hit this guy, you should have this. And login, so let's just see what, let's dive what it is in users. All right, so dive add-on users. Okay, so check that out in the page, and yeah, so I have to, oops. DB, is that what I had? Yeah, I had DB stroke, whatever that is called. So I'll just send it back to one single parameter. So I guess it should work very fine. So yeah, we have this now. So we have different set of users, okay? So we will have to go back again to our code. So since this works, so we just have to get out of here because this is actually the login form. So where is the login even happening? Oh, it's even happening here. Oh, nice. Yeah, so great. So if I set equals. So so now we have to modify this login. So we wrote user. So sorry guys, another call came in. So that's got the whole thing interrupted. Okay, so sorry about that. So I'll still share my screen again so to show you the last part, all right? So I think this last part is what Mindy was asking. And of course, so of course, yeah, so we have users. So and equals, and we remember that user email is always there. So we have to pick the user email here. So or yeah, array find. There is an array find in PHP, so it's pretty simple. Pretty simple. And I did I do array filter the other day? I did do a array filter. So it's simple. It's much more really simple. Okay. So let me check how the key was arranged in Google in the browser. So we had users. And yeah, we had array 3 of whatever. So it's similar to something like you have. So users. So a research. A research. Yeah. Oh, somebody is asking. Please, I'll have to leave the class as I have a pending task to attend to. I'll go through the video. Okay, yeah, open no issue. All right. So remember, we have only just one user, all right? So we just use filter. Thinking about a better way we can use that, you do that. All right. Who is that? Who is turning on this? So let's check what item is. So just so I have literally 10 minutes to round up. So just so yeah, so user equals so okay, so great. So so now if you check user now, so and so if you check user now, let me divide let me just copy this and come and paste here. Oh, my time is fast spent. All right. So user, so you should be able to see. Then I'll just have to restart this again. Oh, sorry, network. Okay, so we find this user with whatever email it is, okay, and we have whatever it is, all right. We have an array of user is an array, so an array of 3 items, okay, and yeah. So it's an array anyway. So and so that means I have to append the key of 0. Okay. Oh, so in this case, we just have to do if I set or if count. Count user greater than 0. It has to always be greater than 0. Okay. So we have this condition set up. Okay, so and as pushed equals to the user. So I'll just do one other thing. So user equals user, what is it called again? So user 0. All right, so yeah, that should work very perfect. So equals user email and equals password. So allow the user to do what? So it's the user. Okay, and okay. So in the dashboard, what did I have? So in the dashboard, I had yeah. So the user obviously have a name. Okay, so if I do this now, refresh. Remember, I think we have secret there, so I have to change it to password now. This time, password. So I submit. So you can see, welcome Celestine, and of course. So if I go down to the login again, so yeah, it's get destroyed, and have to go down to the user again to go and pick. Sorry, DB again to pick another user so that you can test and see. Possibly Mendy. Don't know if Mendy is still here. So fine, if he's still here, so let's test with his.
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, so you can see password. All right, so I should be able to see Mendy. Oops. Oh, so we don't have any user with Mendy. Do we? Okay. Undefined key of 0. And so check that out now. Okay, so fine now. So we have that thing there. So okay, so yeah, so we'll be running up a bit. Okay, so I'm trying to hold on just a bit. Okay, so should be rounding up very soon. Okay, so email, what's password is what? Okay, so I discovered something just recent. All right, so I'll just likely use it right now. So user is, what did I say? So not recent, it's been there in PHP, so I'll just let it like this. And, but then, so while we are having that, so I don't know if these guys have array flat. Let me check something. Array underscore flats. So so yeah. So but then an assignment. So let me just give you an assignment, or probably we'll solve it some other time. Okay. So you see them. So but then you understand. So for Mendy, it has to. I'm trying to flatten the array. So I'm trying to flatten the array. Okay. So but then for your case, you have to look for a way to flatten this array. All right. So but then I think Mendy, ask your question. So before then, after then, so we should close.
Okay, first of all, what is array flattening? Second of all, second of all, we are supposed to create a sign-up page. When we validate the user, we store the person in that database. That's the user JSON, right? Or we just create a login, page, or populate the database with a user, create a login page, validate via that.
You're not creating a. Have you seen this? Have you seen this?
Yes.
So what I just helping me do, you are modifying this thing, you're adding more users into this thing, okay? All right. So you should add more users to it, add more fields to it, for example, image. Okay. So maybe probably we should do another kind of revision class, but I'm not even sure we don't have that time.
Okay, we will just add another section for image. So when the user is uploading the image, it's a form of store here.
You will store it here. You understand? So I've shown you everything now. So there are two functions that you can do with JSON encode and decode. So you can encode this thing like now I'm decoding. You understand? That's from here. You can encode it back. When you encode it, you put file content to the same DB, then put it to the same key. You understand?
Yeah.
Encode it and put back. Do you understand?
Okay.
So the user's object gets populated. You get now?
Yes, I do.
So I think I was about to flatten this thing, but my time is up. So let me not just waste that time again. So
okay, so we're just doing login and upload. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Okay, guys. So since in the absence of no other question now, so we see some other time.
Sorry, please, can you go back to that user JSON? Let me screenshot it.
Yeah, screenshot it.
Yeah, I'm done. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So thank you for being here, everyone. So we'll see you again sometime next week.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
So listen, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I believe you guys are done.
Yeah, we're done.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so thank you guys. And well, if you have any other question, please just reach out to your mentor. Then your assignment will be dropped as soon as possible. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Have a wonderful day.